everybody is really curious. What's it going to be like tonight? What can we expect from the show?
Just them songs played with a lot of energy and hopefully a great gig, man. You know what I mean? Nothing too flash. It's the usual, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And people expect, like, is it difficult because people want to listen to Oasis songs and you're not going to play, or are you going to play them?
No, we're not going to play them because we're not Oasis.
Right.
We're Beady. And to play Oasis songs would be kidding the fans and, most importantly, kidding ourselves. You know what I mean? Oasis is over, Beady is here. We feel that these songs are just as good as any Oasis songs. But, like Oasis was going for a long time, you know what I mean? Beady is brand new. So, we'll give people a good night out, man, if that's what they want.
I guess so.
Oh yeah, well that's what they'll get, man. It's not, we're coming to see a rock and roll band and that's what we are.
It's the first chance for people to see you guys in a club like that for a long time now.
Yeah.
Before it has been.
Well, for the first time really, because like I said, we're Beady, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all new. That's the whole thing about it and tonight.
Right.
It's all new.
And there is some different. I mean, we don't move differently on stage. We do the exact same kind of thing, and that because that's what we do. But the songs are different, and
What does the mood like? Is it going to be a party style concert, or is it going to be like
Depends.
you play the songs and what you do is not part
we're just going to get on and play our songs as best as we can. And if people like that, then hopefully it's start them to have a party. They're the ones who've paid the money. You know what I mean? They can do what they fucking want. Because we're going to do what we want, and that's, to me, rock and roll.
Are you aware of the fact that you played this venue before?
Years.
It was the beginning as well, 93, I think.
Was it? I think we played it after Nebworth, I think. Maybe we might have played it before, and yeah, we played it twice. Yeah, no, it's going to be great, man.
Beatles played there, you know that?
Yep.
They played in the basement, actually.
Yeah.
Does that mean to you anything, like playing the same house at least?
Does it mean? Yeah, I mean, it's got history on it. I mean, it doesn't mean that much. I mean, it's great. It's just, we're going to do our thing. They did their thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Is Beatles still something, or John Lennon?
John Lennon, the Beatles, great music in general is where we're coming from. You know what I mean? Classic music. There's not just there's loads of great bands out there, not just the Beatles, but they're still as important as they were.
They always say like a start is something magical, something magic within a start. Is it now the same feeling for you?
Yeah,
I mean you all know each other for a long time, work together now.
Yeah, but
there's lots of little. I mean, there's not.
We've known each other for a long time, but
you're still getting to know each other.
We've all been like, it was Noel was writing the songs. You know what I mean? Gemma, we were sort of doing our little things with Oasis, but now Gemma's writing a lot more songs, and Andy's writing a lot more songs. I'm writing a lot more songs, and so our characters are coming out a bit more. So I think it's really exciting, and the future's bright, man. Without a doubt, we've got a lot. We're looking forward to making a new record.
But yeah, you're right. It's kind of it's a strange thing to get a whole brand new set of cards at this stage in the game, and play places like tonight, and you can spot the people who've got the album. The people who've got the album are going to have a better time than the people who haven't.
Is the small venue something where you go, it's great to be back in the small venues and play there for a change, or is it rather, I'm glad when I'm in the arenas again?
No, let me say that. No, that's not what we're here for. We're not here because as a chore to go, oh fucking hell, can't wait for this shit to be over so we can get back to stadiums or arenas. That is not what we're about. This is the most important gig that we're doing in Germany right now. You know what I mean? We're not thinking about anything else except for this gig tonight. You know what I mean? We're quite happy playing these venues because this is where we're at. You can't. We don't. We're in no rush to get back to arenas or stadiums. And if we do, we do. And if we don't, we don't. We play where we're meant to play. You know what I mean?
I guess you're not playing for money reasons because you made enough, I reckon.
Well, we don't want to be doing it for nothing either. You know what I mean? We're playing because we love music, and we're playing because it's the right thing to do. We've got an album out, and that's what we do. But we're not going to be, we're not doing it for now.
Right. I went through the files today. and 50% of the, or not 50, 10% of the reports on our archives were like Oasis had trouble, like were having a fight, Oasis were having up to split and blah blah blah. Was that part of the success maybe to have this image of being tough boys?
I don't understand the question.
The scandals going with the Oasis time.
Yeah, we didn't invent them. We didn't invent them. That's life. You know what I mean? I don't think our life was that crazy. It just seems that people picked up on it. Obviously, their lives were really fucking dull. That they fucking thought that two brothers fighting was like amazing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like it happens. You know what I mean? If you've got a brother, I'm sure. You know, we all have people in families that we disagree with. You know what I mean? It's just that we were in a band together. I don't know what the fuss was about.
Not important to me.
Not important to me, but the arguments were because we were arguing over something. But you know, that's just life. We forgot about it the next 10 minutes after. You know what I mean? But obviously, as we get older, you know, it was like, oh fuck this shit. You know what I mean? Let's fucking split up or something or whatever. Who knows? But I think there's a lot more hidden agendas of the reason why Oasis split. You know what I mean? It wasn't just to do with arguments. I think Noel wanted out. You know what I mean? He wanted to do something different. You know what I mean? And that's it, really. And I think, you know, you can blame it on an argument and all that. And maybe, you know, maybe he just didn't fucking like me, you know what I mean? Which is fine, because I don't fucking like him, you know what I mean? It's, you know, there's things I don't like about him, there's things you know, that's it. But, you know, it's not the end of the world. We're here.
Is it rather relief that he left?
No, because it's sad, isn't it, that things break up and you can't get on. I thought Oasis was a great band, but like, Beady are just as equally as fucking good, man, without a doubt, man. We've got a great fucking singer, we've got, you know, great guitarists, you know, great bass player, great drummer, great songwriters. They're the ingredients you need to be a great band. There's nothing missing, I don't think.
And good old rock and roll,
there's
sex and drugs and rock and roll thing.
Well, I don't know about that, but there's nothing missing from our band, you know what I mean? I think there'd be a lot more missing from Noel's thing that he puts together, you know what I mean? He's not a front man, he's not a singer. He can write good songs and that, but you know, I think we're the fucking real deal, man. There's nothing missing in our band. There'd be a lot missing in his.
Is Beady the best band in the world at the moment?
In my view, it is, yeah, without a doubt. We've got the best songs, we've got the best singer. I think, yeah, without a doubt. We're keeping it.
That's how we've always approached things.
And we're real. I think we've got, yeah. I mean, what makes the best band? You know, I think we've got all them ingredients.
Best songs and best performances.
Best songs, best performances, best, you know, just, yeah. I'm the bollocks, so you know what I mean?
Played with spirit, you know, you know.
And we look cool as fuck, you know what I mean?
You never set the bar, you never go, oh yeah, we won't put it there, we'll just put it there. You know, you set it as high as you can. You know, you shouldn't be in a band, I don't think, unless you know, there's too many part-timers. You should be going after Elvis and the Beatles and Jimi Hendrix and, you know, we'll see who they were.
And we don't follow fads either, you know what I mean? You know, you can get these new bands that are trying all these new things or experimenting and that, and it ain't, you know, 2 years down the line and it's just shite, you know what I mean? We're sticking to, you know, we're a classic rock and roll band. There's always room for that. Because there's not many.
Most bands who are so new and so brilliant I've got one song or two.
Yeah, and they're always chasing this new fad, this new scene, and it doesn't age well, you know what I mean?
Right.
It might not be trendy at the moment to be a classic rock and roll band and that, but it'll soon come round. It'll come back.
Was there ever a thought of ending the music career because of all the hassles? There's press everywhere. We can't walk on the streets without being hassled, I reckon, to say, well, it's enough. We had our time and it was good and we had success and
then do
good
what?
times.
Then do what?
That's the question.
Exactly, you couldn't.
You can't do it.
You couldn't contemplate it. No
you
way.
just got to make music. You just want to make music, don't you? Whether you're successful, that's great, and then it has its fucking trappings too, you know what I mean? But you just want to make music, and if your music, people want to come and see you play your song that they like, then you go and fucking play it, don't you? There's no point in sitting at home going, yeah, I've got the best album, but you know what, I'm not going to fucking play it just because I can't be arsed. That's just a cop-out, isn't it? It's just a natural thing, isn't it? And if you get hassled on the streets, you get hassled on the streets. I don't mind being hassled on the streets.
Sounds very relaxed. Do you think you grow a more relaxed man within the last years? Maybe?
No, I've just upped the medication. Yeah, I mean, you just get older, don't you? You know what I mean? If we were, you know, we are a new band, I suppose, but we're not 20-year-old people, you know what I mean? 20-year-old lads, and I think that'd be hard for a band today. They're wanting that dream, you know, like, you know what I mean? And it's hard, the music game's hard, you know what I mean? But we've been at the top, you know what I mean? So we're not chasing this being, you know, we're just relaxed doing our thing, you know what I mean? And if it becomes really big, it becomes really big. If it doesn't, it doesn't. As long as the music's fucking rocking, you
Exactly,
know what I mean?
man. It's never been about how many candles you've got in your dressing room and all that other side of stuff that I'm sure some people, you know, the show can't go on if they haven't got all those boxes ticked, etc. You know, but
We were never about that anyway.
never,
you know what I mean?
even before. So
Even at the height of our fucking fame, we were still living out of our suitcases. We only grasped the idea that we should put them in a flight case 2 years ago. You know what I mean?
you know,
So we've never been like that. So
as long as there's a level surface to put the boombox on in the dressing room.
Hamburg, you've been going around. Do you know the place a little bit? You've seen it?
a little bit, not really though. I mean,
This area a little, but you know.
Yeah, you're just going to be driving.
Yeah, well, just because we've stayed in this hotel a few times, but you know, don't really know Hamburg as such.
It's supposed to be like most British town in Germany in a way.
Is it?
It's harder with everything. Even the slang is a bit English, traditional.
well, the people look beautiful anyway. I know that.
Some
I
of them.
suppose, and
No, they do. They fucking do. I've seen a lot of nice, beautiful people out there today, which has cheered me right up. Seriously.